Hello, I'm Sophie Methuen-Turner and you can see my work at sophieactor.co.uk and I'm going to read to you Izzy's Adventures. It was a beautiful sunny day and Izzy knew this as she looked out of the window, straight after waking up, yawning and stretching. Izzy was once asked by her teacher what was the first thing she did in the morning. She replied, "Well, the fourth thing I do is look out of the window." This had become a standing joke in the house when the teacher told her mum this at parents' evening. Izzy came down the stairs after brushing her teeth. She'd normally get dressed for school, but of course there was no school these days. She tried to help herself to some cereal, but then she remembered that there hadn't been any Cocoa Pops left when she and Mum had gone shopping yesterday. As she turned round the corner of her eye, she spied a jar of Nutella and bread. In front of it, Mum had propped up a note saying she could have some Nutella. Just this once. Izzy smiled to herself. Her dad was in the lounge working on his computer and her mum must be somewhere upstairs. Nobody could see how much Nutella Izzy was eating. Izzy smeared a thick layer of Nutella on her freshly made toast. Then, checking carefully that nobody was peeking, she sneaked heaped teaspoons of Nutella into her mouth. Then, Izzy wasn't even sure why, she stuck her fingers into the Nutella and ate some more. All of a sudden, Izzy's mum shouted from upstairs, "Izzy, could you bring my uniform up, please? I think it's on the chair." Quick as a flash, Izzy went to the chair and grabbed her mum's crisp white uniform. Horror! Some of the Nutella from her fingers transferred onto the uniform. Izzy tried to put the uniform under the tap, but the brown stain wouldn't budge. She got some fairy liquid and a green scrubbing sponge, but the Nutella stain spread out. She tried to put a plaster over the stain. It was no good. Izzy started to cry. Tears rolled down her cheeks. She started to worry about what her punishment could be. She was in such a state that she knocked a plate off the side and it smashed. Izzy heard a thud. Dad must be coming. He opened the door. "What on earth is going on here?" he asked, slightly angrily. Izzy only cried harder. Her parents had always asked her to be honest. But how could she tell her dad what she'd done? In between her sobs, she explained, "I wanted to get Mum's top for her, but I got Nutella on her top. I tried washing it, soaping and scrubbing, but it wouldn't come out, and I covered it with a plaster. But it looked awful, and then I got in such a state about it, I knocked the plate off to the floor and it broke." To her surprise, her dad started to laugh. "You silly sausage. You can't just put water on Nutella to make it go away. It goes in the washing machine. And Mum's got loads of spare uniforms anyway." Then he gave her a hug. "I'll help you use the washing machine later," he said, heading back to the lounge. 10 minutes later, her mum came down the stairs. She was wearing a uniform. She'd obviously found another uniform to wear while Izzy was in the kitchen. She kissed Izzy goodbye and went to the door. Izzy started to clap. "Why are you clapping, Izzy?" Mum asked. "Well," said Izzy, "I clapped for you with Dad at 8 o'clock yesterday, so I'm clapping again." Her mum smiled and went to the hospital.